Good day, good people. How y'all doing today? I'm making a video because I seen a video earlier and I don't totally disagree with it, but I majorly disagree with it. About Volkswagens, from James Humphrey, and he has his opinion. No one says nothing about no one's opinion. You have the right to have your opinion. So, my take on the Volkswagen scene, right? Him saying that the Volkswagens was big back in the day because they photographed good, and it was till the 2000s where everybody started putting stuff on YouTube, and people said they weren't very fast. I beg to differ. Um, they've been quick. VR6s, 180s, 2OTs. You can build them really fast. So that's a whole other situation. As far as the scene goes, this is coming from someone who was in the drift scene, right? So when the early 2000s, everybody on YouTube showing off drift, and you can see it happening. I was in the drift scene. I had two 240s, two S13s, and I used to drift around my BMW. It wasn't until after that is when I got into Volkswagens. I got more into road racing and handling. Mark 1, Mark 2, they were the quintessential hot hatches. No one did the hot hatch until Volkswagen really put out those cars and they became hot hatches. They was good on the road. There was a people car. It was cheap. They was nimble. Get around curves very easily. So people loved them. That being said, coming into Mark 3s. Mark 3s is one of my favorites. I love Mark 2s also. The VR6 motor came in with the Corrados and the Mark 3s, putting down power, putting down torque. It's not all about horsepower. It's about that torque and being able to be nimble enough to move and get out of people's way and get out your own way and hit those roads, hit those curves. And that's what they was good for. As far as the scene, there's no bigger scene than Volkswagen. There would never be a scene bigger than Volkswagen. You got Volkswagen scenes going back to the Beatles, the original Beatles. There's no scene bigger. There's no scene ever going to be bigger. Period. You look at now when you go to a bookstore, you go to the magazines and stuff, you still see Volksworld. You still see Performance VW. Since they came back into production, Jamie Orr made that happen. You still see big shows, low show. February we going down to Euro Tripper in Florida. I'm also hitting low show this year. I'm hitting a couple of other shows this year. You got Mark II Madness. There's so many shows still out there for Volkswagens, and to me, it's not being shown. Why? Because we are who we are. We know when our shows are. We know what we're gonna do for the year. We still have year planners. We still have show car season. No matter what, no other car company has been doing it as long and as strong as Volkswagen. Now that's my opinion. You can have your own. What makes me be able to say that? You see that stuff on the Volkswagen parking only. You know what I'm saying? You see my cars. Mark III VR Jetta, Mark III VR Jetta, Mark III 2.0 GTI. So I feel like I'm qualified to say something. But I've been in this game for years. You know what I'm saying? Built 2.0. Built. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you how. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Ain't no joke out here. I put money into them. You know what I'm saying? VR6 Cabrio. You know what I'm saying? This is going to Maggie Valley this year because we're having a takeover, a Cabrio takeover. So I feel like I'm qualified to say something. Now, with that being said, also, Tiguan. That's my Tiguan. This is my wife's Tiguan. So from old to new, there's another cabrio. You know what I'm saying? My Eurovan's not here right now. So I feel like I've been in the game long enough to speak on it. Like I said, I came from the drift world. I came from there. So yes, Volkswagens photograph very well. They look sharp. They still are cool. But don't say they're not quick. Don't say they don't get out of people's way. People doing VR6 swaps all day. Since from the 12 valve VR6 to the 24 valve VR6 to the 2.3 to the 3.6. It's been going on. People put them in Audis and people put them in Acuras. You know what I'm saying? So the Volkswagen scene is never gonna die. That's why in most movies you won't see a Volkswagen in most movies. That's just real. From old buses, Type 2, Type 3 buses, from Vanagons, Mark 1s, Mark 2s, Mark 3s, Mark 4s, everything, all the way to Mark 8s. You're going to see it. You know what I'm saying? Our scene is very healthy. It's very endowed. You know what I'm saying? We got people like, like I said, Jamie Orr keeping shows going with Low Show. You know, we got Kathy keeping everything going with Eurofest, Fast Time in Farmington, Eurofest St. Augustine, Raleigh, Maggie Valley. You know what I'm saying? So we got stuff always popping. You know what I'm saying? You go hit up Wookie in the Woods. Hold up Wookie in the Woods, go down to Teller Track and have a good time. You know what I'm saying? You see that. Wookie in the Woods, baby. So the scene would never die. It would never get old. It's just gonna build on stuff. You know what I'm saying? You got old and new, water cooled, air cooled. We still out here. Still out here. So for anybody who said that with their opinion, this is my opinion. Yeah, they photograph good, but they're not very fast. We don't look to be the fastest. We can be. But most of us love it for the culture. When I got into the Volkswagen world, I stayed here. Why? Because of the people, the culture, the camaraderie. All the other stuff is just a plus. Anyway, two fingers. Double Out of Control is my team. So, if you want to come see me, come holler at me, make a comment, baby. Make a comment. You see the Out of Control. Come make a comment. Tell me what you think, how you feel about this whole situation and what James said and what I said. Piggyback on anything. It's all good. It's why? Because we all Volkswagen family out here. And nothing going to change about it. Peace.